Hello, my name is Rick.
Ciao, I'm Millie.
And this is episode 25
25
of season 3
Tre.
of Yonks Ago! All right, now no mucking around. I'm going to go check if this sound's working right and then play the theme song.
Season 3, could it be Donny B? Who is he? Just another bit of history that we're gonna get to know in a brand new little season of Yonks Ago. A father and a daughter putting on a show, finding out about people from Yonks Ago. Y-O-N-K-S Ago. Y-O-N-K-S Ago. Fact or fiction? We don't know. Y-O-N-K-S Ago.
All right, everything seems to be going A-OK sound-wise
Yes.
so far. Fingers crossed. What a debacle.
Wait, what even happened last week?
Last week, look, we were experiencing sporadic technical difficulties in that the sound would keep, the recording would keep pausing, saying there was some sort of issue. I ignored it. I said, hey, I'll tell you when there's sound issues. And then halfway through the podcast, the equipment went, well, if you're not going to listen to our advice, we're out. And whatever was providing us with good sound quality said, you're on your own. And it started just recording through the laptop, as far as I can gather. Which leads me to believe, just a layman's opinion, as we all know, I'm no sound engineer.
Not yet.
Don't try and subtly steer me towards becoming a sound engineer, Millie. You know, that's where your future lies. I see what's going on here. Just going to plant the seeds in my head.
Dad, it's never too late.
It's true.
To change your path.
Yeah. Teach this old dog some new tricks. And it would make sense, honestly. I'm doing all the sound setup, the recording, the editing. It would make sense for me just to go that extra step. But I'm trying to empower you, Millie. I'm trying to do some parenting.
Oh, yeah. What? Why don't we both do it at the same time?
Father, daughter, and we can make a podcast of us becoming sound engineers.
That'd be kind of lit.
And the sound quality on that one will always be good.
Yeah.
But the sound quality...
No, it will slowly get better as we learn.
Yeah. We should start poor.
Yeah, so that you can see the improvement.
The journey.
Yeah.
Our sound journey. I just want to keep my sound dream alive.
Yeah.
And so it's led me to believe that we had a loose cord, and the computer was desperately trying to tell me that was the case. And after a while said, stuff it.
Yeah.
And we ended up with what is easily some of the worst sound we've ever had. But we didn't realise.
We're too lazy to do it again.
Well, you can't recapture fire lightning in a bottle, can you?
You can't.
If you've got lightning in a bottle once, be happy. Yeah. That's hard. But if you lose that lightning, or if something bad happens to that lightning, don't try it again.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No, because the odds are that you'll probably die.
Yeah. Yeah, stay away from lightning storms. And where are you getting all these bottles from? Do something better with your bottles. Make some chutney.
No, I mean, any form of recycling is good, isn't it?
I guess. I just don't know if that's the best use of a bottle.
Or are they solely getting the bottles just to catch lightning?
Yeah, I reckon
then rethink your life if you're doing that.
Yeah. Any lightning chasers out there in the Yonkeedoodler family, take a good long hard look at yourself. Yeah. We are not on board. Unless you can show us some good, some images. Send some photos through of you with lightning in a bottle and maybe you'll turn us around.
Yeah.
But look, I'm pretty confident that everything's going to be A-OK. But that said,
what does that even, what does A-OK even mean? Where did that come from?
I'm going to have to do some research. That was a question without notice, and I don't have the answers. But I'm not going to lie. I'm excited to find out. It feels like something I've probably looked up before and gone, which probably means it's not the most exciting origin of the phrase. But what was hilarious, Millie, is that, geez, we were pretty full of ourselves last episode.
Yeah.
The occurrence of terrible sound quality coincided with us being pretty full of our ability to podcast.
That always happens, doesn't it?
Pride comes before the fall.
Yeah.
And we were pretty proud.
Yeah.
We were like, how good are we at podcasting?
Oh, the best.
We're nailing it. Everything we do comes up roses. And then when I heard what we had put down on our recording, I was like, oh, we have failed in a most epic fashion.
Should have just cut that bit out.
Oh, yeah. I should have said
Save us a little bit.
End of part 1 to be continued. And then just never continue it.
No, cut out when we were being like, we're the best.
Oh, no way. Because we are the best. People need to know.
Yeah, fair.
How good are we? And I don't mind if the universe tries to take us down a peg or two.
No.
Only makes us stronger.
Exactly.
Mate, they're like, the universe was like, he will never release this episode with this poor sound quality. Well, guess what, universe?
Did it anyway.
We've got a history of some shonky sound on our podcast. We're just like, people will be like, they'll either listen to it or they won't.
Yeah. What can you do?
I mean, it's if anything, it's a test of the Yonky Doodlers.
Yeah.
How much of a Yonky Doodler are you? If you're not willing to sit through 15 minutes of real terrible sound quality,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you're not even a Yonky Doodler.
Maybe you don't really care.
Yeah. So, look, we're happy to test our audience.
I mean, we're just here to educate. We're not here to provide nice sounding...
No. We're edutainment specialists.
Is that what I said?
No,
okay.
You were focusing on educate, but I feel like we also entertain.
Yeah.
So, you know...
I just thought that I said something wrong.
No, we're edutainment specialists.
Yeah.
And sound quality, that's on you.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's better to have worse headphones. That's our advice to any Yonky Doodler. If you've got awesome headphones with the amazing sound quality and the surround sound and the noise cancelling.
That's not how we envisioned it.
Nah, we want you to be maybe listening to us on your iPhone in a bowl. And put your iPhone in a bowl and just then some of our deficiencies don't show up so much.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not going to tell you how to listen to the podcast, except we just explicitly did tell you how to do that.
And if you don't do it like that, then...
Fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even a Yonky Doodler. And we are going to release a line of bowls as well.
Yeah.
Yonky Doodler bowls.
But nothing special on them, just plain.
No merch, no branding.
Yeah.
And when I say we'll release them, they're somewhere in Kmart.
Yeah.
They just look like normal bowls.
Yeah.
I want all the Yonky Doodlers out there just to go to your local Kmart, have a look at the bowls, and you'll sense.
You'll know.
You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know about this one.
Yeah.
That's the Yonky Doodler merch. And you're welcome.
Yeah.
When you find that bowl. If you don't find the bowl, you're not a Yonky Doodler.
Yeah. What can we say?
If you go, we're really trying to thin the herd today.
Yeah.
All right. If anything, there's been a glut of Yonky Doodler. The Yonky Doodler herd has gotten far too fat. You release one episode with some bizarre sound quality, and all of a sudden, everyone's interested. Yeah. I was like, "What's going on? These guys don't play by the rules." They're apparently.
I wonder if they have any merch.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions. And look, we're putting a lot of tests out there now just to figure out who is and who is not a Yonky Doodler.
Yeah.
And if you pass all these tests, then you will be invited to stay in the herd.
Does Kmart exist anywhere else?
That's a great question.
Because all of our listeners over in Germany.
Das Martin K. I don't know. Look, but the equivalent.
Yeah.
The equivalent. Everyone's got an equivalent.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what your equivalent is, do a quick Google.
Yeah.
Do a cheeky Google.
Because Google is universal.
Universal.
Exactly.
They'll sort you out.
Yeah.
Put Kmart into Google Translate.
Wait,
see what comes up.
Universal?
Yeah.
What? The universe?
Oh, we're huge in Venus. Venus.
But I just
the
realised
closer
when
you get to the sun, the
universal,
better we are. Yeah.
When you say, what? Is it global?
It's
but you
global,
wouldn't say that.
yeah.
You wouldn't say, when you say something is universal, you just mean
the
Earth.
You mean the Earth, yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty Earth-centric when it comes to the universe. And look, the other thing that has... Not only do we release a podcast with dubious sound quality, we also claim to be expressly talking about historical figures like Don Bradman.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we just did, so.
I mean, yeah. And 10 minutes in, I've just mentioned him. So we're going great guns. And probably by now the sound's cut out for all we know. I mean, look, I'm looking at it. It seems to still be working fine. But look, apologies if you're listening to some, again, dodgy sound quality.
Yeah.
No, and when I say apologies, no apologies.
We're not even sorry.
We are what we are.
Yeah.
So look, where did we leave Don Bradman?
I don't know.
He played in his first Ashes series. That's where we left him.
And was he average again?
It was a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
Where he started average. He got dropped.
Oh, true.
He came back and was above average.
Yeah.
He started scoring centuries.
As he should, I mean.
As did
Archie Jackson.
Who joined him. So the Young Bucks have been invited into the Australian cricket team and have flourished.
Yeah.
But not enough to stop England from absolutely pantsing Australia in the series 4-1, I think it was.
Yeah.
So despite the fact that these Young Bucks...
did we win one?
Yeah, I think we won the final one. Where Don Bradman scored another century.
How did we do that?
We won the last test. Possibly. Look, when people win the last test match, when the other team has already won...
Yeah.
It's a win, yes, but is it like a, wow, we must be better than them? No. It's more like, did they even care?
No.
Probs not. They were up 4-0 in the series.
But you'd kind of want to, like, take home the whole series, like, win them all.
Yeah, you would. But sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, should we go for all 5? And they're like, I mean, we could, but I can't be stuffed.
Fair.
I'm already thinking about the long boat ride home. So look, I'd say he's on the up and up.
Yeah.
Don Bradman. He's
But we say that and then
I know he's let us down before.
Yeah.
And then after that, look, I will say he's got himself a bat contract.
Sheesh.
Sykes bat have come to Donny B and they've that's if you've heard that sound, because of the immaculate sound quality on this podcast, that sound on the background was just Millie dropping her phone.
Yeah.
Because she's like, what? Don Bradman got a bat contract? I can hardly believe it.
Yeah.
Because she believed that he would go through his whole career
batless.
Bat contractless. Oh, he's got to have a bat.
Nah.
She's like, if Archie Jackson can bat with a crutch, so can Don.
No, he just brought his stump that he used to use.
Yeah. I mean, he should have had a stump contract.
Yeah.
If Don Bradman and Archie Jackson went out to the middle with a stump and a crutch,
yeah,
what a day!
I reckon they'd beat you, Dad.
So he's got a contract with Sykes.
Yeah,
and he likes that because that was the very bat that he got when his mum when he took him bat shopping.
Oh, so it's like nostalgia.
Yeah, he's like, I love a Sykes. And they do you? And he's like, Psych! He's like, no Sykes. I do
kidding.
like Sykes.
Just kidding.
Yeah. And then after that series, the New South Wales cricket team embarked on a tour of regional New South Wales. It was like
We're going to go to Bowral? Oh, they're not allowed.
It was like everywhere but Bowral. It was like an entertainment. It was like a travelling circus.
Oh, that's weird.
And it was try to get everyone excited about cricket.
Yeah.
And to try to encourage local ovals to upgrade.
Okay. Yeah,
they were like, here come the big names. Everyone get excited. How good's cricket?
Yeah.
Let's raise some money. Let's invest. Let's get people playing on proper pitches so that they're not, when people start in the country and then they move to the city, people aren't like, yeah, but you've been playing on those crap country pitches that don't count. So they've been on like a big circus tour. Here comes Don Bradman. And I'm not going to lie, Don Bradman hated it.
Yeah. Fair.
He doesn't like just being out there for the entertainment value, though he does love to entertain.
Yeah.
As you know. When he's out there fielding, running around, entertainment. People love to watch Don Bradman. But if he's out there thinking, I'm only here putting on a show, there's nothing at stake.
Yeah.
This match doesn't mean anything. It's just
what's the point?
Yeah, and that's what Don Bradman thinks. So I'm not going to lie. He was a little bit miserable during this period. And then as soon as that finished, you might remember he was working for Mick Simmons Sporting Goods because any job's a good job during the start of this Great Depression that Australia finds itself in. And then Mick Simmons sends him on a promo tour.
Oh, dear.
To like anywhere that's got a sporting goods store.
Yeah.
They're like, Don Bradman's in town. He's going to explain sporting goods to you.
They should have sold like cardboard cutouts of him and stuff.
I think if they could have, they would have.
Yeah.
But they hadn't thought of it. I don't think cardboard technology was up to scratch.
Fair.
For all we know, cardboard was a rare was a rare item back then.
Yeah.
It was like
only for royalty.
I think during the Olympics at that time, you got silver, gold, and cardboard.
Cardboard.
I think you got a cardboard medal.
Sheesh.
You must have been super first.
Yeah.
For all I know,
Yeah.
I'm speculating.
Yeah.
But it's facts.
Yeah.
And so he was going from town to town to all the sporting goods stores, just setting up shop. Look, the premise was that he was there to explain, all the great sporting goods in the store. This is a cricket bat. Here's a hockey stick. Here's a tennis racket. Do you know I used to play tennis? That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But really, people were just coming to like, Don Bradman's in town.
Can I get a signature?
Let's go chat to Don Bradman.
Yeah.
Do you know Archie Jackson? Stuff like that. So it was just people coming to get a glimpse of Don Bradman, to
Fair
chat
enough.
to him, which look, again, took its toll on Don Bradman because he's a pretty private bloke.
Yeah.
And Bradman, it seems, hated the excessive publicity, and he began to withdraw into a private world. And he felt, when he withdrew, he felt at ease. He was happy.
Yeah.
And he centered his world on his romance with the beautiful Jessie.
Oh, back at it again, Jessie.
So Bradman particularly liked going to her family home in Burwood for musical evenings.
Oh, because he can play the piano.
Sure can. And there, among close friends, he enjoyed performing jazz and classics on the piano with Jessie and her sisters and brothers. Big family.
Yeah.
And this reminded him, as you say, of his family's Saturday nights entertaining in Bowral back in the day.
Yeah.
Everyone would gather around the piano. And old Darren's going, Donny, Danman, whatever. No apologies.
Well, we know that was his name. We can never be 100% sure.
We never can. But he loved a bit of jazz. Donny Jazzman.
Yeah.
But apart from this, he would also go to the movies with Jessie. Early days of the movies. This was back when they were called the Talkies, Millie. I don't know if you know. They were like, no one said you're going to the movies. They said you're going to the talkies.
Like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, because they'd already had movies, which were really movies, because it was just people on screen moving. They weren't talking. That was pre-talking.
Oh, true. Yeah, fair.
That was the movies. Look at them people move.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're saying. Who knows? Until they invented the talkies.
Surely they could put like subtitles on before.
To be fair, they did.
Yeah.
I've sold them short there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lead you astray.
But you couldn't hear their voice.
Nah, no way.
Exactly.
You just had to imagine.
Yep.
And then came the talkies, and Don Bradman and Jessie loved a
why'd
little bit of talkie action.
why'd they go back to movies?
I don't think... there was a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah.
Like some people kept making silent movies. Some people were into talkies.
Yeah.
And there was a bit of transitional period where you could go to either. But after a while, when people were like, how good are talkies?
Yeah, but why are they called movies now?
Oh,
why did we go? That's why we go back to that.
I can't answer that. I guess.
But yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, you've stumped me there. You've really got me a beauty. You've got me.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever heard someone in my lifetime call it a talkie.
That is in all our years of podcasting, that might be the greatest conundrum you've ever posed me. Because
they're called films as well.
Yeah, but mostly
I don't even know what that
movies.
means. Yeah.
So they were called silent movies. I feel like they were called silent movies or silent. They were called silent films, silent movies. So films or movies. And then the talkies came along, which were definitely called talkies when they first came in, because that differentiated them from the silent movies. But why didn't talkies catch on?
Yeah.
I guess when all of them were talkies, you didn't need to differentiate.
Yeah,
they were like, we don't need to call them talkies because they're all talkies.
Yeah.
But yeah, look.
Sheesh, English
but
is
why
weird,
go back to
isn't it?
movies? Like, because I feel like movies.
Yeah, it's just it's moving.
No, I've got it.
Oh, okay.
I've done myself a mischief because they weren't called movies because all they were doing was moving. It was because that movies differentiated from still pictures.
Yeah.
Because all you had was photographs.
Yeah. Before
moving pictures came along.
Yeah, I remember moving pictures.
And that's why they were called movies, because they were moving pictures.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter. Like, so that's why they were called movies.
Yeah.
And so when they were talkies, they were still moving pictures.
They were still movies.
So they were still movies.
But
they weren't still
talkie
they were
movies. Yeah.
Look, I
so
feel
talkies is just a different kind of movie. It's under the branch of movie.
Yeah, and when they didn't need to differentiate anymore, they got rid of it. They went, stop saying talkies.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
Everyone's talking now.
Everyone loves a chat.
Oh, you went to a movie without talking.
What an idiot.
Yeah, that's so last year.
And so Donny B loved going with Jesse to that sort of shenanigan.
Fair enough.
But look, back to cricket. The next Ashes series was scheduled to be in England.
Oh.
In 19...
So definitely not going to win that one.
In 1930. Well, you would think not. England won 4-1, but they've also got to pick their team, and they can't quite decide who's going to bloody... so they're still not sure. They're like Donny B and Archie Jackson. They were pretty good, but are they still good enough? Is there anything... What should we bloody do? So they had a trial match where they got all the hopefuls played against each other, and Donny Bradman and Archie Jackson smashed it.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, like I think Donny Bradman got a double century. Archie Jackson scored 182.
Nice.
Donny Bradman got a century in the second innings. Yeah. Everyone's like, all right, these young kids are great.
Right. Chill.
Yeah. Just pick them already. And so they're very excited. They're both selected for the team.
Nice.
But it's not leaving until May, so they're still playing their
What's it now?
It's like January.
Okay.
No, it's end of 1929. They've picked their team, getting ready. And then at the start of 1930, Donny Bradman heads out for a Sheffield Shield, New South Wales versus Queensland.
Sheesh.
So it's the 3rd of January 1930, and New South Wales bat first. And Donny Bradman out for 3.
Oh.
New South Wales limps to 235. But then they get Queensland all out for 227, so no harm done.
Okay, good.
Then they come in for the second innings, and this is where it gets feisty. Mm-hmm. It's all happening, and the kipper, he's scoring runs.
Legend.
He goes out for 115, and then at the end of stumps on that day, Bradman's not out 205.
Whoa!
So he's going great guns. Everyone's excited. They're 368 not out at this stage. Yeah. And no, they're more than that. So that's when Kippax went out. But so they've made a bunch of runs. He's 205 not out. There's plenty of time, and but what we find out here now, this is news to me.
Okay,
Millie.
Oh dear.
Is that at this stage it was well known in cricketing circles that Kippax, our man Kipper, the Axeman, was no great fan of the young Don Bradman.
What?
He's taught Donny B everything he knows.
I thought they were besties.
So did I, though. I mean, I feel like every time Don Bradman did well out there, it was with the Kipper.
Yeah.
The Axeman gave him the amazing advice, bat with your eyes open.
You didn't have to read that bit out. We could have skipped past that.
Well, what I feel like was that they were good. They were good friends. He was a prodigy, but as Don Bradman's star started to shine bright, like now he's playing for Australia, he's scoring centuries. Now he's scoring more runs than Kipper reliably. The Kippers turned on him.
No.
And because look, Bradman had come after them. Like he's the young buck, but he was already outperforming them in astounding ways. And there was the blaze of publicity surrounding him. He's got his own back contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone wants to know what's Bradman. Bradman this, Bradman that. He attracted far more headlines and longer stories than anyone else. And as the matches, Bradman was the crowd puller. Everyone wants to see Bradman.
Yeah.
When Bradman's about to come in, the crowds flock in. And it's not sitting well with the Kipper.
Aww.
He's like, what about the Axeman? I told him about with his eyes open. He was nothing before me. And on top of all this, Bradman had made Mick Simmons Sports Store the main sports store in Sydney, taking business away from the Kipper's own store in Martin. So the Kipper's got his own sports store. He's the little struggling little Aussie battler sports store.
Well, he should have just brought Bradman in for a job. He just didn't do the right thing.
Exactly. If the Kipper had hired Donny B, then he'd be in the same position as Mick Simmons. You can't blame Mick Simmons for making a good investment. So look, all this time, we find the Kipper he's jealous of Donny B.
It's past your time, mate.
And he's the captain. He's the captain in New South Wales. And then
he could sabotage him. I don't know how.
And so then, look, he starts the next day, cock a hoop, and he starts piling on the runs. Donny B is a man on a mission. He gets, by tea that night, he gets to 452 not out. He beats the record of our man Ponsford, our ponderous Ponsford.
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
And he's scoring at a ridiculous rate. Like, he's just smashing them.
How did he get so good all of a sudden?
Yeah, 452. It's a world record. No one, like, it's a world record. Like, it's a universal record.
Is that still a record?
No one in the universe had... And it lasted a long time. I think recently someone got to 499 in Pakistan.
That's hectic.
But again, that was on a weird pitch. It was like not a proper pitch.
Is it still the record in Australia?
I believe it is, but I cannot guarantee. I bet you some loser.
What did David Warner get recently?
Well, that was in a test match, and it was.
Is this not a test match?
No, this is. It's a Sheffield Shield. Test level has got to be country versus country.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is a first class record of 452.
Yeah.
And it lasted a very, very long time, that record.
Yeah.
And so he's 452 not out. At tea time, and he's going out. Everyone's congratulating him. As he's heading up to the dressing room, they're saying, "You should go on and get 600. You've just got your eye in." It's like, and the rate he's scoring by the end of the night, he would have been about 550.
Yeah.
But he gets into the dressing room at tea time, and the kipper says, "I'm going to declare."
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, sorry, man, I'm going to declare." Yeah. And Bradman says, "Do I have time for a shower?" And the kipper says, "Nah." He says, "Just because you've broken a world record, mate, doesn't mean you don't have to come out on time with the rest of us."
This could be a movie, you know. Like, it's he starts as his mentor, and then he overtakes and he gets mad, and then he's the villain. Yeah,
100%. And so look, he set a world record, 452, pretty solid. So look. Donny B's star is on the rise. He's been selected. He's passed the test on every level, and he is packing his bags to head to the 1930 Ashes series in England.
Jeez. First time overseas?
First time overseas, I would say. His romance with Jessie's bubbling along nicely. They're going to the talkies. They're having the best time ever. They're getting together for some jazz piano. But look, I don't know why he hasn't pulled the trigger. Is it because he doesn't feel like he's got a solid future yet?
Just focusing on. I was going to say footy.
Yeah, he's focusing on footy. I mean, he doesn't play footy, but he just loves to focus on footy. Yeah. He's just like,
hey, when did AFL start?
That's a whole other podcast, Millie. Don't get me started.
Just let you know, the year.
I think if I had to guess. I would say 1897.
Okay.
But part of me wants to say 1896. But
close enough.
No,
sure.
no. One of them's right and one of them's wrong, Millie.
What if they're both wrong?
That is the other option.
Yeah.
All right. So our options: both wrong, one right, one wrong,
or it started
both right
on December 31st. At midnight.
Okay. Let me see if I can get Siri to tell me the answer.
Okay.
Hey, Siri, when did VFL football start? Okay. I found this on the web for when did VFL football start. Of course you did. You can't actually tell me the answer, Siri. Why don't you just tell me? Why don't you read the article for me and tell me exactly when it started? Victorian Football League. 1897.
You got it first try.
I got it.
Who do you think? What's his name? Who do you think Don B went for?
Who do you reckon Don Bradman went for?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, it's before it was just a Victorian.
It was Victorian, so he would have had. He would have gone for a rugby team.
Yeah.
And it would have been the Balmain Tigers.
When did it spread out?
First of all, South Melbourne Swans moved up to Sydney to become the Sydney Swans, and that was the first interstate team. That was our first foray interstate.
He could have gone for them.
And then I think when the West Coast Eagles I don't know if the West Coast Eagles and Adelaide Crows came in at the same time. I feel like it was around the same time. That's when we became the AFL. So I think it was in around 1990-ish or 1991. It became the AFL.
Yeah.
And these are the sort of things that Donny B focused on when he was focusing on football. He was like, what's going to happen with rugby? What's going to happen with VFL football? I wonder what the future holds. I've got no time for weddings or serious, romance. I've got to focus on the future of football.
I mean, he does have time for jazz, though.
Oh.
So what can you,
Yeah.
How much more do you want from him?
And I feel like he was a bit of a jazz batsman, you know what I mean? That's why people didn't quite know what to make of him, because he was out there bebopping and scatting. He was like, he doesn't play by the rules. He's like, bang, boom, bang, kick-it-pop, kick-it-pop-pop, kick-it-ka-ka. And they're like, man, he's got jazz bat going on. If Donny Bradman had released a range of bats called the jazz bat, that would have been... hold the phone. Stop even making other bats. Everyone's got a jazz bat. If anyone out there is a bat manufacturer and wants to start making the Donny Bradman jazz bat, you've got my...
Copyright.
You've got my lawyers to answer to because that is copyright. Don't even think about it unless you've passed all the tests as a Yonkie Doodler, in which case we'll talk about percentages.
Got to send us evidence that you found our bowl first.
Send a photo of the bowl, and then you can start making the bat. Okay? But, that's up to you. No pressure. Anyway, fingers crossed we got through this with solid sound quality. I feel like we might have. What do you reckon?
I think so.
Anyway, great to do another podcast, Amelia.
Oh, thanks, Richard.
I feel like we're very professional in the podcast, and we've nailed this one.
This is the best one we've ever done.
We covered some ground. We talked about Don Bradman.
Oh, did we?
Tick. We mused about tangential subjects. Tick. Our sound quality was perfect.
Oh, never been better.
Tickety tick. We came up with a new business idea, Donny Bradman's Jazz Bats.
Yep.
Tickety tick.
Copyright.
Skibbity pop pop. That's, in anyone's criteria of a good podcast, this is it.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect place to end it. So come back next. Imagine I should have just stopped it there. But rules are rules.
Yeah.
Or are they? Maybe we're gonna have a jazz outro. Skibbity pop pop.
Yeah.
Next.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
We weren't made for jazz outros, but maybe we will in the next episode of Yonks Ago. Jazz outro.
You should have faded it out. That's what I was doing with my hand motions.
Sorry.